Hello everyone, Collectaholic here. Today I'm going to be showing you some more graded comics pulled from storage. Hey guys, got some more comics for you that were pulled from storage. The first one's going to be Batman Incorporated number 8. This was 9.8, and in this comic I believe Robin dies. This was my comic, which I did bring to CGC to get graded at Comic-Con, New York City. It came back at 9.8. Here is the back. Pretty cool. Next up, we have The Walking Dead number 100. This is the Chromium edition. This came back in 9.6. I also sent this, I went to the New York City Comic-Con and I gave it to them to grade. I never sent any of my comics in to get graded. I brought them all to Comic-Con in this New York City. Now this one, the hardcover, this is the Chromium edition wraparound, but the hardcover that was on it, it fell off a shelf and it broke, but it's still sealed in this plastic thing. I guess that's inside the hardcover, which is pretty cool. Alright, next up is an old one. 20 cents. Chamber of Chills number 2. This is a 9.6. Pretty cool. I love these old horror comics from the 70s. Chamber of Chills number 2. Let's see what the back looks like. I love the ads in these old comics as well. Alrighty. Next we have a Conan. Conan number 45. 9.2. Now if I didn't bring them to Comic-Con to get graded, I bought them off of eBay, and this is one I believe years ago I bought off of eBay. I almost have the full run. Actually, I haven't collected Conans in a long time, but I almost have the full run of all the Conans, the magazines and the Conans. Alright, next up we have Vengeance of Bane, 9.6. Now this comic I brought to the Comic-Con to get graded. I bought this comic, I believe, in 1993, right off the shelf at the comic store, which is not there anymore. I believe this was a one-shot, but they did come out with, I think, a part 2. There's the back. Pretty cool. Alright, next one up is a Signature Series. This is signed. And this is a Swamp Thing, number 1. 9.4. Signed by Scott Snyder. Pretty cool. This one I believe I bought on eBay years ago. And at Deus Ex, I played that game. It was pretty good. Played the second one as well. I was a big gamer. But now YouTube is taking up all of my time. watching all these videos, supporting everybody. Alright, we have another Swamp Thing. This is Swamp Thing number 11. 9.4. 20 cents. Love the Swamp Things. Airplane kite, that's pretty cool. Okay, we have another Swamp Thing, and this is Swamp Thing number 4, but this is the, yeah, Swamp Thing number 4. The older ones, 20 cents. 9.0. Sweet, Bernie Wrightson. Okay, another Swamp Thing, and this one is signed by Bernie Wrightson. 9.0. Swamp Thing number 9, signed by the great Bernie Wrightson. It's hard to see his signature, but it's right there. Awesome comic. Anything signed by Bernie is awesome. And this is the back. Okay, last one is Swamp Thing number 1. Swamp Thing number 1, baby. 20 cents, 9.0. And I'll tell you one thing, this comic right here would have got a much higher grade. This comic is mint. There's not a nick on it except for one little somewhere over here, which you can't even see it. It has a little tiny cut in the paper, in the cover. I remember my friend bought this at the Comic-Con. They were closing up. I forget how much the guy wanted, but my friend talked him down to 20 bucks. This was years ago, and he got this for 20 bucks. And then I traded him a big fat stack of comics for it. Sent it in to get graded at the Comic-Con. CGC was there. And it came back a 9.0. I did not think it would come back a 9.0 because of that little rip in the cover. You can't even see it. But other than that little rip, or is it up here? This might be the little rip up here. I don't know if you guys could see that. But anyway, this is sweet. I believe this is, I think the last time I looked it was going for like 800. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for hanging out for these few minutes and checking out my comics. I have over 10,000 comics in storage. I'll be pulling out a little bit at a time to show you guys because I just don't have enough room where I live anymore. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out. You guys have a great night. Till next time.